What was the worst phase of your life? Being depressed as a teenager. Missed out on so many things growing up because of it. I still feel like I'm playing catch up in life sometimes. 2016-2018. My wife and I were thinking of separating after moving 2 states away for her job. Then she got diagnosed with cancer. I couldn't divorce her in those circumstances. I felt like I was essentially losing her twice, while working 56-hour weeks to keep us afloat when she couldn't. I was alone except for her, struggling not to resent her and repair our marriage, and exhausted and anxious all the time. I dropped 30 pounds without intent and was at some points selling my plasma to make rent. But she survived, so far cancer-free, and so did our marriage, and we moved back home, and now I have custody of my son from my first marriage, and we each have better jobs. We've forgiven each other and built a comfortable, stable life for our family. I would do it all again if I had to. This was worse than boot camp, worse than divorce, worse than my mom dying, and worse than my year deployed to Afghanistan. 1998-2013. I was ages 20-35. I was in a terrible, loveless, painful marriage. I was trying so hard to raise 2 kids, build a career, make a home, but I had nothing. Every one of my successes was systematically diminished. I spent 15 years barely breathing. When I think of my ex-husband, it's like thinking about an unpleasant stranger I met in passing many years ago. It's like my mind won't let me return there. Thank fuck it's over. Shortly after turning 25, I got really sick. Was diagnosed with Crohn's disease. Horrible few years fighting for my life. Pain, nausea, depression when it was supposed to be the best times. Forced to drop out of grad school shortly after getting accepted cause I couldn't do it from the hospital. I spent more time in the hospital than at home. 14 months of morphine, 5+ months of being TPN aka being fed through a tube in my arm that kept getting infected, so had to move it to the opposite arm a couple times. Then complications such as multiple pulmonary embolisms, which are painful, collapsed lung etc. Lost way too much weight way too fast, face ballooned up, and acne from all the steroids, and mounting medical debts that I stopped counting when it hit $2M. Shittiest part of my life by far. Probably the one where I was shoveling drugs and liquor down my neck for about 10 years straight.